Take 2, chord tone map, autumn leaves. That is going to be my short take. I'm going to edit that down so that that's all you get. Now I'm going to talk. That was the guide tone map for autumn leaves and C. I had no other accompaniment with it. This is my year-long major tune. And I had about 2 or 3 weeks ago published what I had with the band playing. I'm not sure if I demonstrated the things I was able to do then, but I had at least 3 or 4 different bass lines, and I had a 3/7 comp with the Charleston rhythm, and I did a little bit of improvisation, and I did the head essentially, though the guitarist played the head, it was his tune. I played the head on the way out without telling him ahead of time. And there was one thing, I'm not sure if I sang it. I don't think I sang it that time, but I may have. I don't sing very well, but I'm going to start singing most of the time anyway. So here's the deal. I said that I was going to try to publish something on that once a month, but that is my main thing, and I am progressing so slowly. I'm just trying to maintain the things I had for that tune. My next thing was going to be the scale map, not the scale map, the chord tone, the guide tone map. Now, it seems to me like that guide tone map should have been super easy because my 3/7 comp is essentially that. And I feel like I've got that down with 3 or 4 different bass lines. And my bass lines include a pedal bass line and a left-hand bass line. The pedal is just quarter note roots. And I believe that that is a traditional approach to bass on the Hammond organ. But the problem I had was that when I tried doing the guide tone map, I wasn't able to do it with any bass lines. I wasn't able to do it with just my quarter note root on the pedal. I wasn't able to do it with my whole note bass line, where I don't even count when I said I have 3 or 4 different bass lines. I couldn't do on my 2-feel bass line, on a couple of simple 1/5 bass lines. It's something my organ instructor is working with me for months on doing, and I'm just barely getting to respect the benefit of the 1/5 bass line. As far as a keyboard player goes, but I'm now realizing that that's going to help me in a broader way if I start playing regular keyboards rather than the Hammond bass line thing. But I broke it down to just playing the guide tone map by itself. I got it slowed down all the way to 60, and that's what I do with my practice. Is I take the what I'm working on. If I don't do it at speed right now, I used to have 120 as my speed, and that's just because that's a nice even number. But I recently switched to 128 as my standard speed for especially 32 bar tunes because it works into 1 minute for a form, and I like that kind of symmetry. If I can't play it at speed, then I bring it down 20, and then if I can't play it at that speed, I bring it down another 20. I break it down until I get down to 60. Whenever I get to where I can play it, once I play it 3 times in a row pretty well, not perfect, pretty well, or 7 times well, even if they're not in a row, then I bump the speed up 5 beats per minute until I get back up to the target tempo. And I just couldn't do it with everything. Now, it seems really simple, and my guide tone map is just 3 7s. It's not 7-3. I don't alternate between 3-7 and 7-3. I go up 3-7 on the first chord, down 3-7 on the next one, so that's some voice leading that always moves down the keyboard. But I always do 3 then 7, never 7 then 3. My goal is to be able to mix those up and play more than one octave. But even that last clip that I just did was evidence of the fact that I don't have it down, because I said it was my second take. I messed up my descending chords from G, G flat, F, E on my first take. And I really liked that little part of it, so I started over and redid it. But the fact that I had iReal Pro playing all the other parts, the drums and the bass line, and a little bit of a keyboard comp for context, I was still just doing the right hand. My next step is going to be adding probably my quarter note bass line root and playing it with that. My rehearsal space that I practice at most of the time is at home in the basement, and I don't have pedals there. So what I'll be doing there is I'll be practicing it first with whole note. I'm not even hitting it just now, but I just thought of it. Then I'll move to my 2 feel when I get the whole notes down. And then then I'll add my quarter note 1/5 lines. I've got at least 3 quarter note 1/5 lines, and then I'll do my falling leaves bass line. Once I get through that with my 3/7 scale map, then I'll move on to adding a chord tone map. And I'm afraid that's going to take me a long time too. I did have one question. I shouldn't have saved this to the end because I split this specifically so nobody would have to listen to this whole thing to be able to see what I'm working on. But a big question I have is, you may have noticed that I anticipate usually the second note hitting that ahead of that third beat. It's not quite swung, I don't think. But I have a difficult time with, I think what the problem is that people don't realize I'm anticipating it. They think I'm rushing it. But when I'm playing a bass line with it, I feel like my bass line is more in time and that my right hand is hitting it early. I'm doing that on purpose, but some people think it's rushing. If anybody has an opinion on that or even noticed it. Sometimes I wasn't, I was trying to play them in time rather than anticipating that 7. But, and a couple of times I noticed that I was behind on it, and that was not on purpose. That was just timing problems. Time is one of the biggest things I'm working on right now. I do some specific time exercises almost daily. I should do it daily. Anyway, sorry for this long post, but there it is. 10 minutes. Criminy. Don't expect anybody to see that, but there it is.